All right, Math 10C, System of Linear Equations, number 7 practice test. Okay, these videos are for study purposes only. I tried my best to minimize mistakes, but it will happen. I tried to show and explain most of my steps, and this video might be long, but hopefully it will be helpful. All right, let's get started. 1. Two students work together to solve a system of equations which had integer solutions. Tara made a table of values for his first equation, and Jorge, made a table of values for a second equation. Okay, so first we just gotta plot these dots and then connect some lines. 2, comma, -6, 0, comma, -2, 2, comma, 2, 4, comma, 6. Next up, George. Okay, so connect this in a nice line. Okay, good enough. George, let's use a different color. -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, and then 3, comma, 4, and lastly 5, comma, 6. Okay, connect these lines. And we can see that these two meets at one point. What is that point? That point is 3, comma, 4. Okay, so x is 3, y is 4. 3 plus 4 is equal to 7. 1. The order pair x comma y which satisfies this system of equations is, okay, just you can either graph it or solve it by hand. Let's solve it by hand. X minus 3y is equal to 8. X plus 4y is equal to -13. Let's use the elimination method. So I'll do number 1 minus number 2. X minus x is equal to 0. -3 minus 4y is -7y. 8 minus 13 is 8 plus 14, which is equal to 21. Or sorry, 8 plus 13, which is equal to 21. So -7y is equal to 21. Divide both sides at -7. Y is equal to -3. Okay, plug it back in. X minus 3 times -3 is equal to 8. X plus 9 is equal to 8. X would equal to -1. So the answer is -1, -3. 1, the answer is C. 2. The number of solutions to the problem is. So for these type of questions, you try to calculate the slopes of the equation. If they have the same slope, then they can either have 0 or infinite solutions, but you can never have two solutions. So what I suggest we do is we just try to solve it by itself. So the first one, it is divisible by 2. So let's divide everything by 2. We get 3x minus y. It is equal to 12. Second one, nothing is divisible, so we just stick as is. Let's move x, or let's move y to the, so let's subtract 5y on both sides and then add 64. So we get 15x, 15x minus 5y, it is equal to 64. So let's line them up. 3x minus y, it is equal to 12. 15x minus 5y, it is equal to 64. So let's multiply this one by 5. See what we get. We get 15x minus 5y, it is equal to 60. So now we do a subtraction and we try to eliminate these. We get 0x minus 0y, it is equal to 4. So 0 is equal to 4. This is obviously impossible. Therefore, there are 0 solutions. Alternatively, you can just graph both equations and you should see that these two lines are parallel. Therefore, they have no solutions. Another way to do it is you can compare, so you can convert it both to y is equal to mx plus b. and you'll notice that their slope is the same, but the b values are different, which means they're parallel, but they're not exactly on top of each other. So they're parallel, but they're not exactly on top of each other. Therefore, these two lines never meet, and they have no solutions. Okay, 2. Alyssa graphs the equation. This y is in my way. X minus y is equal to negative 4, and x plus 2y is equal to 4. Okay, let's just write them up vertically. X minus y is equal to negative 4. X plus 2y is equal to 4. Let's subtract these. X minus x is 0. Negative y minus 2y is negative 3y. Negative 4 minus negative 4 is negative 8. So we divide both sides by negative 3. We have y is equal to negative 8 over negative 3, which is 8 over 3, which is equal to 2.6 repeating, which is equal to 2.67, since they want us to round it to near 100th. And we don't care about x because we only care about y. 2.67. 3. Consider the following two system of equations, A and B. Solve the above system of equation. Use a graphing calculator to determine which of the statement is true. Okay, so they asked us to use a graphing calculator. Let's use it. Y is equal to 2 over 3x. 2 over 3x plus 1. Second one is 1 half x minus 2. Half x minus 2. Okay, oops, my zoom is off. Zoom 6. Okay, so we can see that the intersect is somewhere over here, but we can't see it. Let's change the window settings. And we want to see more on the left, so we change the x minimum to, let's say, negative 20. Let's also change the y minimum as well to negative 20, just so we can see more of it. Okay, here's my intercept. Second calc, 5, enter. Negative 18, negative 11. So negative 18, negative 11 is my solution. What is my other one? Well, let's isolate it step by step. So 5y is equal to negative 4x plus 18. Divide everything by 5. Y is equal to negative 4 over 5x plus 18 over 5. Second one, again, let's simplify step by step. 3y is equal to, subtract both sides by 2x, negative 2x plus 1. Divide everything by 3. Y is equal to negative 2 over 3x plus 1 over 3. Okay, so in system A, x plus y is equal to 29. It is equal to negative 29, which is obviously not true. Now let's graph this one. Y is equal to negative 4 over 5x. Okay, so y is equal to negative 4 over 5x plus 18 over 5. So here I just want to note that negative 4 over 5x, what your calculator interprets as negative 4 divided by 5 times x, which is negative 4 over 5 times x, either in front or on top. Therefore, I can put it without any brackets. But when in doubt, always put in extra brackets if you don't know what you're doing. Okay, next one is negative 2 over 3x plus 1/3. Negative 2 over 3x plus 1/3. And also, if you have a newer calculator, feel free to use alpha f1 and then enter it in as a fraction because it'll look way better. All right, let's graph it. Okay, so now it looks like my x-intercept will be on my other side. So let's, instead of changing window value, let's just go zoom out on this one point right here. So zoom out over here. Let's see if we can see the intercept. And yes, we can. Second calc, 5 for intersect, enter. Since there is only one x-intercept. 24.5, negative 15. 24.5 comma negative 16. So x plus y is equal to 40.5. No, it doesn't. It's equal to 8.5, so B is wrong. One of the x values is 42.5 greater than each other, so 24.5 minus negative 18. 24.5 minus negative 18 is equal to 42.5. This is correct. One of the y values is 42.5. Negative 11 minus negative 16 is equal to 5. So this one is incorrect. Correct answer is C. 4. The system y is equal to 4x minus 8 when x is equal to by plus c has an infinite number of solutions if. So here we want our equation to be multiples of one another. So let's take a look. So let's just rearrange some stuff. So so let's subtract c on both sides. By is equal to x minus c. And I want in the form of y is equal to 4x minus 8. So that means we need to multiply everything by 4. So we get 4 by, it is equal to 4x minus 4c. So that means 4c is equal to negative 4c is equal to negative 8. Divide both sides by negative 4. C is equal to 2. And from that we can tell the answer is B, but let's solve for by as well. 4by. So 4by is equal to 1. Oops. So 4by is equal to y. Divide both sides by y. We have 4b is equal to 1. Divide both sides by 4. B is equal to 1/4, which is 0.25. Therefore, 4 is B. And again, if you don't know how to do one of these questions, especially if it's multiple choice, plug in all the B and C values into this equation, and then double check, either check their slope. No, you have to check their slope and the y-intercept. So do that by either changing it to y-intercept form or graph it to see which one is correct. 5. The graph of this and this are parallel. The number of solution to the system is. So if two things are parallel, then they either have 0 solutions or infinite solutions. Okay, so now which one is correct? Does this question give you enough information to answer it? I don't think it does. Or does it? So what is the slope? Slope of, so if these two lines are parallel, that means A is equal to C. And they doesn't necessarily say B is equal to D, or does B equal to D. So yeah, since these two lines are parallel, A is equal to C. Now if B is equal to D, then it means they have infinite number of solutions. If B does not equal to D, then it means they have 0 solutions. Give me 1 extra second to let me see if there are any extra solutions to this problem. Okay, I'm back. Oh, 2 nosebleeds, nice. So because this question cannot just have 1 solution or 2 solutions, and B is equal to D is not specified, I would prefer answer A compared to answer D. Okay, so again, because B and D are not equal, I will prefer if you choose D over B. But this question, I think, is a little bit poorly designed and does not have a good solution. So let's continue. So again, I will choose A over D. 6. For which system of equations graphing the grid is 2, negative 1 is a solution? For these type of questions, it is just easier to plug in 2, negative 1 into all of these equations and find out what is a solution. Okay, so I'll do this on a calculator because I think it's quicker. But what do? I will just type in x is equal to -2, y is equal to -1. So here's what I'm going to do. I'll plot -2 into x. Okay, -2, I'll store it in x. Okay, and then I'll store -1 into y. Okay, so now I do x minus 2y, x minus 2y. Where's y? We get 0, so that means this one it is not a solution. 3x minus 3y, 3x minus 3y. -3, it is -9, so that means B is not a solution. And 2x minus 10y, 2x minus 10y. 6, okay, so that is good. X plus 5y, x plus 5y. -7, not good. So that means C is not a solution. X plus y, x plus y is equal to -3, good. -2x plus 5y, -2x plus 5y, -1, good. So all we did is we stored the x is equal to 2, y is equal to -1 into the x and y button on our calculator, and we plug these in to see which one of these are equal. So only one is equal. Number 6 is D. Okay, let's keep going. Number 7. When solving a system of equations, one of them which is this. What is one of my substitutions? So here I want to isolate for x. So add both sides by y over 3. So x over 4 is equal to 2 plus y over 3. Multiply both sides by 4. We get x is equal to 8 plus 4 over 3y. So now, which one of these is that? Let's take out a common factor of -3. Y x is equal to 1/3 times. So this is 4y plus 3 times 8 is 24. Which one is this? Looks like 7 is D. So how did I take out a common factor of -3? So this one is 4y times -3 is equal to 4 over 3y. Then what times 1/3 is equal to 8? Well, 24 times 1/3 is equal to 8. So that's how I got the 24. 8. In solving the system, 3a minus 2b is equal to 14, and 2a plus b is equal to 7. By elimination, an equation that could arise could be. So here, I think you just solve for it and then see which one of these plugged in is correct. So let's just solve it. 3a minus 2b is equal to 14. Multiply this by 2. We get 4a plus 2b is equal to 14. Really? Huh. Add these. We get 7a. It is equal to, so this is 0. 14 plus 14 is 28. Therefore, a is equal to 7. And what is b? So 2 times 7 plus b is equal to 7. That means b is equal to -7. So once we have a is equal to 7, b is equal to -7, let's see which one of these is correct. So -b is equal to 7 is correct. 5 times 7 is now 21, incorrect. 7 times a, 7 times 7 is now 28, incorrect. -7 times b is Alright, give me 1 second. I think I might have done something wrong here. And indeed, I did do something wrong. 7 times a it is not 28, or divide both sides by 7, a is equal to 4. Okay, so now plug back in. 2 times 4 plus b is equal to 7. 8 plus b is equal to 7. That means b is equal to -1. So negative b is equal to 7. This is incorrect. Negative 7 times -1 is now equal to 49. That's incorrect. 5a is equal to 21. That cannot be correct. 7a is equal to 28. We actually do have this, and 7 times 4 is equal to 28. So D must be correct. Keep going. 9. If x plus y is equal to 12 and x minus y is equal to 2, then what is x plus 2y? Well, we should just try to solve x and y first. So x plus y is equal to 12. X minus y is equal to 2. Let's subtract these. We get x minus x is 0. Y minus negative y is 2y is equal to 12 minus 2 is 10. That means y is 5. If y is 5, x plus 5 is equal to 12. Therefore, x is equal to 7. Okay, then what is x plus 2y? 7 plus 2 times 5, which is equal to 17. 9 is B. 10. If this is equal to 7 and this is equal to 16, what is y? Okay, let's solve for it. So let's expand everything. 3x minus 6 plus y is equal to 7. And what is the other one? 4x minus 3y plus 1 is equal to 16. Move everything to one side. We have 3x minus 6. 3x plus y is equal to, add 6 on both sides, 13. Subtract by 1 on both sides, 4x minus 3y, it is equal to 15. So this one, I'm going to multiply by 3 and then write it down here. So I get 9x plus 3y, it is equal to 39. Add these two together, we get 13x. Negative 3y plus 3y cancels. 15 plus 39, it is equal to 15 plus 39, it is equal to I just realized it's probably easier to do it just on the calculator. 15 plus 39 is 54. Okay, divide both sides by 13. X is equal to 54 over 13. Now time to, okay, just double check. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, now plug x equal to 54 over 13 back into any of the equations. Let's plug into this one right here because it only have a singular y, so it should be easier to work with. So 3 times 54. Oh, actually, let's isolate for y first. So subtract both sides by 3x. Y is equal to 13 minus 3x, which will 13 minus 3 times 54 over 13. I'm doing this on the calculator. Let's see, 13 minus 3 times 54 divided by 13, convert to a fraction, gives me 7 over 13. Wow, I did something wrong. Let me double check where I made the mistake. Alright, I found a mistake. The mistake is I multiplied this part wrong. Negative 3 times negative 1 is equal to positive 3, not positive 1. Okay, so erase everything that we have done before. Okay, subtract both sides by 3. We get 4x minus 3y is equal to 13. Okay, now we still multiply both sides by 13 and we get this. So 9x plus 3y, it is equal to 39. Okay, now we still add them together. We get 4 plus 9 is equal to 13x is equal to, what is this? 52. Divide both sides by 13, x is equal to 4. Now plug it back into this step to find out what y is. So again, subtract both sides by 3x, we get y is equal to 13 minus 3x. Y is equal to 13 minus 3 times 4, which is equal to 1. So 10 is C. 11. Solve the following system using elimination. So here, do we like fractions? The answer is no, we do not. So we multiply everything by the greatest or the least common multiple. 3, 4, 2. 3 times 4 is 12. So multiply everything by 12. Here, 9 and 6, I multiply everything by 18. So multiply everything by 12, we get 8p minus 9q is equal to 66. What is the other one? The other one is 10p plus 3q is equal to 54. Okay, how do we eliminate this? Let's multiply this by 3 and then write it over here. So we get 30p minus 9q plus 9q is equal to 54 times 3, 162. Okay, we're going to add these two. We get 38p. These two cancels out is equal to 8 to 228. What's 228 divided by 38? 228 divided by 38. 6. 11 is A. No, I saw it as a fraction. That's why I try to convert it to a fraction. P is equal to 6. Okay, keep going. Numerical response 3. If m minus 2n minus 30 is equal to 2m minus n minus 39, which is equal to 0, then the value of m minus n to the nearest tenth is. So again, a solution question. We're just going to have m minus 2n minus 30 is equal to 0, and then 2m minus n minus 39 is equal to 0. So rewrite this as two different things. I am going to multiply this by 2 and then write it on the bottom of this. So 2m minus n minus 39 is equal to 0. Multiply this by 2. 2m minus 4n minus 60 is equal to 0. Now we're going to subtract these two. 2m minus 2m is 0. N minus negative 4n is n plus 4n, which is equal to 3n. Negative 39 plus 60 is equal to 21. Plus 21 is equal to 0. Okay, so 3n it is equal to negative 21, n is equal to negative 7. Okay, now we plug it back into one of these equations, like plug into this one. Okay, so m minus 2 times negative 7 minus 30 is equal to 0. M minus, or m plus 14 minus 30 is equal to 0. M minus 16 is equal to 0. M is equal to 16. So I have 16 and negative 7. 16 minus negative 7 is equal to 16 plus 7, so 23. Because they want us to have it in the nearest tenth, the answer is 23.0. 23.0. 12. If 2x plus y over 3 minus 5 is equal to 0, and 3x minus y over 5 is equal to 1, what is the value of y? So first, let's rewrite this as 2x plus y over 3 is equal to 5. So we added 5 on both sides. Let's multiply both sides by 3. We get 2x plus y. It is equal to 15. With this one, let's multiply both sides by 5. We get 3x minus y is equal to 5. Okay, let's write these on top of each other. 3x minus y is equal to 5. Now let's add these two together. We get 5x. This is 0. It's equal to 20. That means x is equal to 4. Now what is y? Let's plug it into this one right here. So 2 times 4 plus y is equal to 15. 8 plus y is equal to 15. Y is equal to 7. So 12 is B. 13. Or numerical response 4. The straight line y is equal to ax plus y is equal to b passes through these 2 points. What is the value of AB? So this is just written weird. Let's write into some form that we can understand. So let's do it in the slope-intercept form. Y is equal to mx plus b. Now how do we convert it into this? We subtract both sides by ax. So y is equal to negative ax plus b. Okay, so first we have to find the slope. So slope, it is equal to, you know the formula, y2 minus y1, 4 minus 1, divided by negative 5 minus negative 1, which is equal to 3 over negative 5. Negative 5 plus 1 is negative 4. Okay, and now we need to plug in the point. Y is equal to mx plus b. So we have to solve for what the y-intercept is. Y is equal to m negative 3 over 4x plus b. What is y? Let's use this one, x and y. So 1 is equal to negative 3 over 4 times negative 1 plus b. 1 is equal to 3 over 4 plus b. Subtract both sides by 3 over 4. 1 over 4 is equal to b. Okay, so now they want us to multiply. Okay, so m is equal to negative 3 over 4. But my m, so negative 3 over 4 is actually equal to negative a. So it is a is equal to 3 over 4. And then b is actually equal to 1 over 4. What is 3 over 4 times 1 over 4? It is equal to 3 divided by 4 times 1 divided by 4. 0.1875. 0.1875. I will prefer to use fraction if we can, but we're doing this in numerical response, so we round it to 0.19. 0.19. Use the following information to answer the next 2 questions. Elizabeth cycled 100 kilometers from Calgary to Canmore. On the uphill section, her average speed is 12 kilometers per hour, and on the rest of the trip, her average speed was 28 kilometers per hour. She cycled 5 hours of the journey. So if x represents the distance traveled uphill and y represents the distance traveled for the rest of the trip, which of the following could use to determine value of x and y? So uphill plus the rest of the trip should add up to 100. So that means x plus y should equal to 100. Right away, that gets rid of C and D here. So now she cycles for 5 hours in total. So distance divided by time, it is equal to, distance divided by speed is equal to time. So what is my distance? My distance is x kilometers for uphill, and what is the speed? It is 12. What is the downhill distance? It is y kilometers, the rest of the trip distance is y kilometers, and what is the speed? 28. And what is the whole time? 5. So that's why the answer is B. Okay, what is the distance traveled uphill? So let's So we want to find x, so let's isolate for y first. So y is equal to, I'm using this equation right here, 100 minus x. Plug it into this form. Well, I don't really like this form, right? We have x over 12 plus y over 28 is equal to 5. So let's multiply this on the both sides by something. What is the least common multiple of 12 and 28? 12, 28. Because I just don't like fractions, it is 84. So times everything by 84. So I think this is multiplied by, what's 84 do I call? I think it's 7. Okay, so multiply this by 7, so 7x plus 28 times 3 is 84. Yep, plus 7x plus 3y, it is equal to 5 times 84, 420. And we want to replace y is equal to 100 minus x. So 7x plus 3 times 100 minus x is equal to 420. Simplify, 7x plus 300 minus 3x is equal to 420. 7x minus 3x is 4x. 420 minus 300 is equal to 120. 4x is equal to 120. Divide both sides by 4. X is equal to 30. Now let's keep going. Susan solves the system of equations, this and this, by first substituting in a for x over 1 and b for, a for 1 over x and b for 1 over y. What's the value of x, y? So she is substituting, therefore we should try to also substitute. Alternatively, we can graph it, but graphing it won't be that easy because y's are not separated. So I just use their formula. A is equal to 1 over x, that means 2 over x will be 2a plus 3b is equal to 2. And then what is the second one? 8a minus 9b is equal to 1. Let's multiply the first one by 3 and then write it on the bottom here. So we get 6a plus 9b is equal to 6. Right? Yeah. We're going to add these two together. 8a over 6a, or 8a plus 6a is 14a. These two cancel out. 1 plus 6 is 7. Therefore, a is equal to 1/2. So if a is equal to 1/2, what is b? Let's substitute it into this one right here. So 2 times 1/2 plus 3b is equal to 2. 2 times 1/2 is 1, plus 3b is equal to 2. 3b is equal to 1. b is equal to 1 over 3. So if a is equal to 1/2, that means x is equal to the reciprocal of that, which is equal to 2. If b is equal to negative 1 over 3, that means y will be the reciprocal of that, which will become 3. Multiply them together. 2 times 3 is 6. 14 is a. 15. Chris walks 8 kilometers per hour and runs at 12 kilometers per hour. One day he walks and runs on the way from his house to the library. It took him 20 minutes. On his way back again, he again walks and runs, but runs twice as far as he did on the way to the library. The journey takes 17.5 minutes. What is the distance between the house and the library? One day he walks. So the first thing that I am thinking to do is just convert everything into either meters per minute or convert minutes into hours. So 20 minutes, this is equal to it's twice as far. So let's convert 20 minutes into hours. So 20 over 60 hours. 17 and a half, so 17.5 over 60 hours. Now we have to find a good x and y value to finish this question. And I'm currently a little bit stuck on the x and y value. So Chris runs 8 kilometers per hour and runs 12 kilometers per hour. On his way back, he again runs, but he runs twice as far as he did on the way to the library. The journey took 17 and a half minutes. So he saved 2.5 minutes by running twice as far. So what is the difference of speed in these two? So the difference of speed is 4 kilometers per hour. So 2.5 minutes at 4 kilometers per hour. So that adds up to, so 2.5 over 60 times 4. 2.5 divided by 60 times 4. That gives me 1/6 of a kilometer. Alright, give me a sec. Let me see if there's a better way to do this question. Alright, I just erased what I did. Let's try to do this a different way. So we will have the total distance is equal to x, and run distance on the way there is equal to y. Okay, so the distance, and we know so on the way there you have y distance divided by 12. Okay, plus the total distance divided by the run, or the total distance minus the run distance. So x, you know what, we'll start over again. So total distance is x, the run distance is y. So on the way there, so way there, the walk distance is equal to x minus y. On the way back, the walk distance, because the run distance is doubled, so it will be x minus 2y. Okay? So now, so total distance, so run distance is y. Y divided by y is run, so y divided by 12 plus walk distance, which is x minus y, divided by 8. It is equal to 20 minutes, so 20 over 60. Now, if I do it the other way, that means, so I now have run 2y over 12 plus x minus 2y over 8 is equal to 17.5 over 60. So what is this? This is a distance, or the time run, plus time walked is equal to the total time. Time run divided by time walked is the total time. So now, we really don't like fractions, so let's multiply everything by I think 120. Wait, what is 60 for? Yeah, I think 120 works. So we get 10y plus what's 120 divided by 8? 15. So 15 times x minus y is equal to 20 over 60. times 120, so 40. And this one, the 2 and 12 cancels into 1 and 6, but it still doesn't change anything else, so we also multiply this by 120. We get 120 times, or divided by 12 is 10, so 20y plus 15 times x minus y, or x minus 2y. It is equal to 2 times 17.5, which is 17.5, 35. Okay, let's expand everything and simplify. So 10y plus 15x minus 15y is equal to 40. We get 15x minus 5y is equal to 40. This one, I get 20y plus 15x minus 30y is equal to 35. So we get 15x 20 minus 10y is equal to 35. So we want to solve for x, so that means we need to get rid of y. Or actually, let's just copy this over. We had done enough time on this question already. So 15x minus 10y is equal to 35. Let's subtract these. We get 15 minus 15 is 0. Negative 5 plus 10y. It is equal to 5y. It is equal to, oh, I just realized everything can be divided by 5. Oh well, too late. Why is everything divided by 5? Did I not multiply? So 5y is equal to 5. Therefore, y is equal to 1. Let's substitute it back into this equation. So 15x minus 10 times 1 is equal to 35. That means 15x minus 10 is equal to 35. 15x is equal to 45, and x is equal to 3. That's my final answer. This question is way too hard. It took me forever to do it. Let's get rid of it and never talk about it again. Alright, let's keep going. Written response. Erica planned to set up internet with a Y2K internet company. Plan 1 costs $20 per month and includes a user fee of 40 cents per hour. Plan 2 costs $15 per month and includes a user fee of 80 cents per hour. Plan 3 costs $60 per month for unlimited use. Which factor would determine most plan is the most economical? So obviously your usage. US usage of usage, which is number of hours. Okay, let y is the total cost of monthly dollars and x be the number of hours per month. Run a linear equation for each of the 3 plans. So y is equal to 40. So this is 40 cents, right? So 0.4x plus 20. Second one is 0.8x plus 15. And third one is just 60 bucks straight, so y3 is just equal to 60. Use graphical method to determine when are plan 1 and 2 equally economical. So that plan 1 and 2 are the same. Y is equal to 0.4x plus 20, and then 0.8x plus 15, zoom 6. So we can't really see anything because my x-intercept are at 20 and 15. And because both my x and y value can only be positive, I'll just change this to 0. It's pretty not reasonable to only use 10 hours. Let's use 20 hours. And for my y max, let's say $40. Okay, so calculate what that intercept is. Second calc, 5 for intercept, enter, enter, enter. So 12.5 hours. What is my window? X, Y. Uh, 0, 21, 0, 41. 0, 21, 0, 41. Verify the equation graph algebraically. So we want to solve this one basically. And we want to find what the x and y is. Okay, so y1, so y is equal to 0.4x plus 20. Y is equal to 0.8x plus 15. Subtract these two. We get 0 is equal to negative 0.4x plus 5. Add both sides by negative 0.4x. We get 0.4x is equal to 5. Divide both sides by 0.4. Okay, 5 divided by 0.4 is equal to 12.5. Okay, checks out. For each of the plans 1 and 2, determine the number of hours which could be obtained for $60. So I do have a Y3, and it is equal to 60, and then we have to find the intersect of it equal to 60. So let's graph it. My Y value is not big enough, and my X value is also not big enough. So for my Y value, I'll change my Y max to 70, and I'll change my X max to maybe, I think 50 should work. Okay, it won't. Okay, I have to make my X max even bigger. Let's do 100. Okay, and that's barely hitting. Let's do 110 or 120. Okay, second calc, 5 for intersect. First curve is a blue one. Second curve is a black one. What is my intersect? So plan 1, you have to use $100. Plan 2. Second calc, 5 for intersect. First curve is a red one. Second curve is a black one. What is the intersect? 56.25. 56.25 hours. Okay, so they want us to make a simple rule for the most economical depending on the number of hours per month. So at 12.5 hours, they are approximately equal. So the red one is the best if you use less than 12.5 hours. So less than then we should use plan 2 because it costs less. Less than 12.5 hours, plan 2. Okay, so 12 between 12.5 and when does it plan 1 and plan 3 cancels out? It is 100 hours. Then 12.5 and 100 hours, we're going to use plan 1. And more plan 3. So if you have this graph, what you're basically looking at is you want the minimum of these 3 lines, right? So let's say if I use this colorful pen, I want, oh, this is kind of too small. So I want, too big now. I want this part of the red line if possible, and I want this part of the blue line if possible, and lastly I want the rest to be black. Okay, so whatever is the smallest that you plan to use should use. Okay, so for the first 12.5 hours, you should use plan 2 because it is the lowest. and then from 12.5, so this is 12.5, and then this is 100. So from 12.5 to 100, plan 1 is the cheapest, and then more than $100, plan 3 is the cheapest. Okay, that has been Math 10C, System of Linear Equations. Hopefully you learned something, and hopefully I didn't make too many mistakes. Goodbye.